I say, yo, welcome to the BBW show. You feel me? We talk battle rap, basketball, and wrestling on a daily basis. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. The topic for today is NBA Power Rankings. Let's get it. Week 12 of NBA Power Rankings. Let's start it off first. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Yes, they put out the NBA All-Star starters this week. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is starting over Stephen Curry. Wow. Steph Curry is not starting in the All-Star game this year. That's historic, you feel me? Shout out to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander having a historic season. Right now, OKC's on a 4-game winning streak. They beat the Pacers, beat the Blazers, beat the Wolves, beat the Spurs. You know what all those teams have in common? They all supposed to have the young next up talent. You got Halliburton didn't play. You got my man Scoot Henderson, Anthony Edwards, and you got my son Wemby. They all lost to OKC last week. Shout out to OKC. Right now they're the first seed in the Western Conference. Shout out to them. Second, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're 5-1. They beat the Hawks, the Mavs, the Magic, and they beat the Bucks twice. Yeah, they beat the Bucks twice this week. They also lost to the Bucks, but shout out to them. I would be really happy if Spider-Mitch is an All-Star this year, but I'm not dependent on it because there's so many great guards in the Eastern Conference. But Spider-Mitch, you could be a great All-Star this year. Next, we got the LA Clippers. They on another winning streak. You hear me? This is LA Clippers like third, fourth game winning streak. I ain't gonna lie. Right now they're 4-0 last week. Beat the Lakers, beat the Raptors, beat the Thunder, and beat the Brooklyn Nets. Shout out to them. Shout out to the LA Clippers, you feel me? Very good basketball. I want to see how many All-Stars they get. Because Harden's having an All-Star year. But then, like I said, the Western Conference is so stacked, Harden might not make it. And then fourth, we got the New York Knicks. They was 4-0, beat the Nuggets, beat the Nets, beat the Raptors, and beat the Washington Wizards. Shout out to the New York Knicks. They've been a way different team since this trade for OG Anunoby. Completely different team. You feel me? They really bought into their defense now. They locked in on defense. Their worst defender is probably Brunson. And he's their best offensive player. So that's not an issue. You feel me? They stacked on defense, I feel like, for the Knicks. Shout out to them. And then last but not least, the Phoenix Suns. They was 4-1 last week. They beat the Pacers. They beat the Pacers and lost to the Pacers. They beat the Pelicans, beat the Bulls, beat the Mavs. You hear me? Phoenix is finally fully healthy. Bradley Beal is finally playing. Kevin Durant is playing. Devin Booker is finally playing. I still feel like Phoenix needs some trades. They do. But right now they're all healthy. And they look stacked. I ain't gonna lie. This the Phoenix Suns everybody was talking about before the season started. This the Phoenix Suns everybody was looking for. Kevin Durant's an all-star starter. You feel me? Kevin Durant talking about being in the GOAT conversation. If Kevin Durant wins with this Phoenix Suns, that would definitely up him in the GOAT conversation. I don't have Kevin Durant in the GOAT conversation. I barely have Kevin Durant in the top 10. I could make 10 players before I get to Kevin Durant, but shout out to Kevin Durant. You hear me? He definitely is one of the best players of all time. Also, we had 3 players this week almost go for 70. Well, 2 went for 70, and Cat almost went for 70. Joel Embiid went for 70 against Wemby. Luka Doncic just gave Trae Young 70. Just gave him 73, matter of fact. And then Karl-Anthony Towns almost had 70 against the Hornets. The NBA is great. I'm not going to lie. We are I'm not going to say this year, but we are possibly a few years away from a player scoring 100. We are a few years from a player scoring 100. Joel Embiid scored 70 in like 30-something minutes. Luka scored 70 in no overtimes. Imagine if they would have went to overtimes. You feel me? So it's like, bro, we're definitely going to get a 100-point game in the next 5 years. I'm predicting that. We're going to get a 100-point game from one player in the next 5 years. I don't know who it's going to be. Luka, Tatum, Booker, whoever. I don't know, but I predict that that's what we're going to get, bro. There's too easy to score. There's too many great scorers right now, It's too easy for them to score. We're going to get somebody dropping 100. We're going to get somebody dropping 100. But shout out to Luka and Joel Embiid. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll be back with more.